As we approach Halloween, we're covering the spookier side of Star Wars. We've already been over the closest thing the galaxy far, far away has to werewolves, but today we're going a little more basic. What kinds of ghosts and spirits haunt the universe? Force ghosts are the most obvious topic here. It's funny that while we've probably seen them the most, they are theoretically the rarest kind of ghost that exists. Jedi had to go through special trials and training to fully understand themselves so that they could learn to hold on to their consciousness after death. Force ghosts were one with the cosmic force, but could manifest audibly or visually to aid beings that were still part of the living force. Qui-Gon Jinn is the first Jedi we know of to master this ability. Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and at least according to LEGO Star Wars, Ben Solo have all learned to do the same since then. It was only available to Force users who surrendered themselves to the light side of the Force, meaning dark side users were unable to find life after death in the same way. But there are examples of dark side Force spirits. We've seen both Sith and Night Sisters find ways to prolong their lives, but instead of an act of surrender, it is one of desperation. Dark side spirits were far more limited and would manifest more classically as a ghost that would haunt or possess someone else. They couldn't become one with the cosmic force, so they would have to cling to something in the physical plane, tethering themselves to a cheap and sad imitation of life. The Sith Lord Momin, for example, kept his soul trapped inside his helmet. The dark energy within it was able to influence those that came into contact with it. If someone were to put it on, Momin could completely possess that being and they would fall under his control. The mighty Chewbacca and the Forest of Fear introduced us to a woman named the Enchantress who worshipped a dark side entity called Vathir. She learned about the dark side and recorded her knowledge in a book, which then housed her consciousness when she physically died. Most of the Night Sisters of Dathomir were massacred during the Clone Wars, but in Star Wars Rebels, we saw Darth Maul and Ezra harness some of their dark magic, which awakened their spirits who had tethered themselves to an altar. They were able to possess Kanan Jarrus and Sabine Wren for a time, but they were unable to leave the cave where they lived. The ability to become a Force ghost even eluded the most powerful members of the Sith Order. Darth Bane's specter was trapped around his own grave, and his appearance in the Clone Wars may have been nothing more than an illusion, unable to harm or affect Yoda in any way. Darth Sidious was of course able to pass his spirit into a clone body of himself, so I guess he was a ghost of sorts for a very short time, but he needed a vessel to inhabit, and even his own clone was insufficient. The recent comic Tales from the Death Star told us a new legend about Wild Squadron, a group of ghost ships that were shot down in combat now joined together, seeking out new victims to join them. That was an in-universe story and not one that I think we're meant to take as fact, but it's still a really cool thought. But those are the general types of ghosts that can be found in the Star Wars galaxy. Either nice, light-side Force ghosts living in the cosmic force, or malignant, haunting, dark-side spirits stuck in the physical plane. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on our socials, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.